Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Nostalgia Nation for this Friday evening's nostalgia sleepover. Hope everybody had a fantastic week. Hope you're ready for some fun and excitement tonight all together. We're finally back to poor Final Fantasy VI, which has been so neglected. And just disclaimer, we'll see how long the stream goes. I am sick. I don't maybe sound that way, but my throat is already hurting. Hey, Jason! I'm finally back into the super fan, says Jason. Dude, thank you so much. That's awesome. Wise giving a call out. Yeah, yeah. Dude, thank you so much, Jason. Great to have you back in the crew, my friend. I just published a video yesterday that members have seen already, but everyone else will see it tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. But Jason, you're going to be in the credits of the next one. But anyway, I am sick, so bear with me. We'll just see how it goes. I need my rest. Oh man, I'm so tired and exhausted and just drained. No, no. The new notification worked. I've never seen that, at least live yet. Jace or Wise Basic sent one Imaginator membership. Nick's Q5JE received it. You guys all heard the new notification. That was amazing. It's supposed to trigger when there's more than 10 at a time, but hey, I'm cool if it does just one. That's totally fine with me. I need to try and turn off autofocus on my camera. I think it's going on again, which I can't stand. Let's see here. We don't want autofocus. I don't know why it redid that because I turned it off before. There we go. Thank you so much, Wise, for the membership gift. Gifted membership. And congrats to Nick's QQ5JE. Um, I don't see the super fan role on Discord, huh? No Shame Gaming. Yeah, Joe saw the video. Thanks, man. What's up, Joe? You stopped getting sick? I don't get sick that often. I think it's been a while, but I'll try. I'll try. Let me start at the top here. Who else we got? John's in. What's up, John? Adrian. Yes, the sensei is back. I haven't been called sensei in a long time. But good to see you, Adrian. I'm loving the PlayStation 1 Resident Evil games. Thank Lord for infinite bullet cheat. I thought just was it today or yesterday? I was thinking I should do one random stream I should pop up and we should play the Resident Evil 2 Michael Jackson mod. Have you guys seen the video of that? He's like, "Ow!" like and anytime he walks, he moonwalks backwards and stuff. It looks hilarious. We should do that one stream. And of course, Jason, your racing king, has arrived and a super fan. And then boom, he re-upped. Wise Basic, hope you're well, my friend. Everybody, let's keep a eye out for Babel too. If Babel pops in, we need to catch him because he hasn't contacted me about his award winnings from the 5K celebration yet. Switch, it's in here. I'm late. Not really, dude. You're right on time. Yeah, John. Well, we haven't started, so you're not too late. Time for some Final Fantasy VI. Get some honey to your Coke Zero. I was thinking if I drink a Coke, it's gonna be hard to sleep, but I think you're right. I think I just need to. I think I need to have one for my throat's sake. Temporary fix. So that's what's gonna happen. Mini fridge. The Coke's coming out, which is a good segue to a snack check for you guys. Snack check. What you guys got? If your throat's hurting during streams, I suggest either tea with honey or room temperature ginger ale. Oh, room temperature ginger ale is a good idea. I drank ginger ale like a beast in high school. Speaking of Coke Zero, I will be drinking it later today since it's Saturday for me. Yeah, that's true. It's Saturday for you now. I'll have to look into the Discord roles though, Jason. It might need a sec to update. I'm not sure. Every time I see the background with the Final Fantasy 9 figures, I get the urge to play it again. Dude, that's a good urge. I know, aren't they beautiful? You need to step up into the light a little bit more. And the chat covers them up a little. Did this come from mentioning the Resident Evil remakes? No, I had thought of the Michael Jackson mod before that, but all the same, right? By the way, John, I saw that somebody has now officially released a VR mod for Resident Evil Requiem. It's out now. It's obviously not the official VR release, but I could play Requiem on stream even because I'd be using my Quest right here behind me, not PlayStation VR 2. So there's a thought. MJ Resident Evil 2 sounds awesome. Finally got over my sickness. Babel, get in here now. Get in here now. Get to the chopper. Get to the nostalgia nation. Did you hear we have a Wii U emulator? Yeah, dude, I did. Does that mean we can play Breath of the Wild VR in MUVR? Inception. My breakfast is in the air fryer. Never mind, it already popped up for the super fan roll. Okay, Jason, thanks for letting me know. So it does take a sec then. That's good to know. Jesse, what's up, Jesse? Shout out to Jesse for doing another test run with me last night on the Final Fantasy board game I'm still working on. All this junk behind me under over here under the light is the board game stuff. And I think it's going pretty well. It was a really fun session. Jesse, I'm working on more dungeons. I'm trying to get them all done. There's like 30 left, which is a lot. I ran out of Dr. Pepper, so for snacks, I have some chips and caffeinated lemonade. Oh, caffeinated lemonade. We got a DP. Switch It takes a weekly visit to the good doctor. We got enough lined up for stream. Yeah, dude. So that's a good segue. Let me jump into some announcements. Oh, wait, real quick. Oh, I missed Jason's message. By the way, I got an awesome news that I got P17th. Oh, you placed 17th on F2 race on F1 25 and third place on the Rocks. Dang. Dude, you really are the racer champion. Congrats to Jason's wins there. That's sick. Jesse's a Dr. Pepper guy too. Final Fantasy board game. I have to obtain it. Granted, I only have one friend that lives close enough to play it. Switch It. Come on over to Utah. We'll play it together. John did get me get me to play something because I convinced him to play Final Fantasy 7. So I had the first laugh because he got hooked right into it, which I'm so proud of. I'm so proud of you, John. So let's go into the announcements. If we find Babel, make sure he doesn't leave. That's announcement number 1. Number 2, I think I am going to start to try. I mentioned this before, and I'll mention it again. It's not a guarantee, but I'm going to start to try streaming on Mondays again as consistently as I can. It's going to be hit or miss on Mondays, more consistently Wednesdays and Fridays. And I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to do another little change here and just play the same game on all the streams so we can clear games faster. Final Fantasy 6 case in point. It's been forever since we started it and we're just not getting anywhere. That's not your fault, that's mine. But that way we can blast through games quicker, you know? Like so next week we're going to take a quick break. I don't know if this is the big announcement. I don't know if you guys saw in the Discord, but there's kind of a big deal that I'm extremely excited for. I was able to sit down with the Finnish game developers, meaning from Finland, Skyward Entertainment. They're up and coming indie studio. 5 core members working on this game called Second Stone, and it looks amazing. It is a game that fits right in with us here at Nostalgia Nation. So if you haven't seen the Discord post or my YouTube post, I posted it all over the place. Go check it out. We're going to be playing Second Son on stream, an early access build all week next week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and probably finish it in that week because it sounds like it's about a 5 to 6 hour build. So that'll be a really fun preview. The guy said if he can find time in his schedule, he would come on our channel, on the channel here to Nostalgia Nation and do a little dev interview with a questionnaire live with us. That would be amazing. I'm just really, really excited for it. So tune in, keep your eyes peeled on Monday. I should be able to stream it. And definitely Wednesday and Friday, we're going to be streaming it. So very, very, very fun. From that point, however, I'm going to just blast through FF6 on every stream. And then we're going to move into a couple other games. We have Ni no Kuni, which not Jason, John, we made a deal. You play FF7, I play Ni no Kuni. So I got Ni no Kuni on sale for $8 down from 50. So that's a good deal. We got Half-Life Alyx I just got, which I've never played, and I've heard it's still to date one of the best VR games ever. That's exciting. And by that point, like Pragmata is going to be out. Tomodachi Life 2 is going to be out. There's just so much. There's so much. So that's kind of what we're looking at. Monday stream coming back, says Jason. I saw the pictures you posted. It looks amazing. Yeah, dude. This second Stone game looks incredible. It's like the classic platforming of like Crash Bandicoot, Spyro, but like mixed with Final Fantasy and Zelda. It's incredible. So yeah, I signed the NDR. Uh, um, so a lot of stuff is under wraps, but he said I could stream it on the channel. So I just can't be more excited for that. It's gonna be great. Definitely need UTCs of Cloud's bike. Yes, life size. Can't wait for those full house custom rooms and MEVR so we can fill the garage with fun stuff. Yeah, dude. Alex is good. Already finished Final Fantasy VI on your recent playthrough from just like last week? Because I ended up playing so much. The pixel remaster is so good. It really is, right? It's the best version. Fight me. People will say that's sacrilege. It's the best version of the game. Sounds amazing. Okay. Let's get Final Fantasy VI, our Final Fantasy VI on, shall we? It's running here in MUVR. I did boot up the old version of MUVR because my saves did not carry over for some strange reason. We're working on that, but that's okay. I have 2 installs of MUVR. One's the old version, one's the new. I can deal. And so can you. That rhymes, so it's true. By the way, I will play Ni no Kuni with you because I want to. Nice. Cheers, everybody. Ready for the magic sound? Ah. Cheers and happy nostalgia sleepover to everyone. Ah, beautiful. I'm gonna get my beef jerky out too. Speaking of the Final Fantasy board game, by the way, Jesse agreed that he would be on a stream with me to play it live. We got to have a few people over, and we got to have a bird's eye view camera, and we got to have a up close camera, and we're going to play a session of the board game once it's all done. Absolutely, he says. I don't know how we would do that. That would be wild. Maybe we'd have to set it up in my office here, which is a very small space. Okay. Let's turn up Final Fantasy VI and do a volume check. Boot up the game. I feel like that's a little bit quiet. Probably. Let's keep it at 44. Multiple people joining, people streaming together? Yeah. I think we stream just from my place, all of us in person. But I've got 2 cameras going. And yeah, we get like 4 players in here. That'd be so fun. Let's do this. Let's do this, says Joe. I've got some fun game sessions coming up with Joe, too. I just bought Battle Marked, the Demio D&D game. Me and Joe are excited to try that out, hopefully tomorrow. That would be a fun one to stream, too. Oh, okay, volume check. How's that sound over my voice? I feel like it's a little quiet from what I can visually see. Let's do it. That's right. We need to get Edgar. Go to the Chocobo farm down here. Chocobo stable. Isn't there one in here somewhere? Volume's good. Maybe a touch quiet. Okay. I can deal with that. Let me adjust it real quick. We'll try that. Sabin's still freaking buff. We're going to get Edgar. The world has been destroyed. That's where we're at. It's been so long since I played this. So long, dude. $100 gil for a Chocobo ride. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That TV, I feel like I had that exact one. Looks like either the 27 or 32-inch model. I forget. I think this is the 32-inch. Yeah. Yeah. I feel like I had about the same TV too. All right, let's go get Edgar. Edgar. I keep trying to use the other stick to rotate the camera. What a noob. It's so smart they added a chocobo stable both directions on this part of the game while you're trying to figure out what to do. Tara is in a little midlife crisis right now, so we left her to rest in the old town. There's the cultist tower in there. Can't get there yet till we got our airship. By the way, I like FF7 like or love. Gotta be a little more specific than that. Jason's still in the house. Like. That's fair. Edgar. You go to the pub first to find him? You talk to the lady who's talking about how handsome he is. Talking about the new boss. The boss wants us to sneak into Figaro Castle to take back our booty. They've got it all in a storeroom there. We'll have to see if I can do the voices tonight. Also, Sephiroth, I can't spell, is a compelling villain. Dude, trust me, the more you learn about him, the better it gets. It's so cool. I used to have a decent collection of CRTs. When I had to move a few years ago, I ended up selling them. Oh, that sucks. Someday I plan to get another one, though. I do see some free ones sometimes. Yeah, if you check, like, Facebook Marketplace and stuff, you can get free TVs like that everywhere. Not to mention, like, pawn shops and stuff. They're usually pretty cheap. Yeah, I check Facebook Marketplace all the time just for fun. Because it's so loaded with good stuff. Just trying to remember where I was at with everything here. Celeste doesn't need a shield because I believe she has the Genji glove equipped. That's right, I unequipped Morning Stars from her. So I could use Runic. They both have Genji glove on. Now, Jesse, if you're still in the chat, I don't see Edgar anywhere. I thought I had to trigger him somehow to come out. The ship's been chartered by the Crimson Robbers. That's so cool that Edgar, King of Figaro, after the world gets destroyed, joins a band of thieves. It's so cool. So far, I know he's been lied to and was born to a half-living corpse. That's what you know so far, correct. There's a lot more, trust me. It's so good. Out of my way, kid. That's pretty nuts, though. He's like, the road you took to get here used to be at the bottom of the ocean. By the weapons dealer. I looked there, though. There's nobody here. Right here, right? That's the weapons dealer. I remember, like, I remember playing this and he's like, you can see him behind the boxes, and don't you like approach him and he's like, oh, and he like runs away. Also, Tifa's great. Yeah, no RPG girl will ever top Tifa, ever. He's the best. I must have to do one other thing to trigger his appearance. Let's take a look, shall we? Stand by. You find him disguised as Gerard in South Figaro. Follow him through the South Figaro cave. So maybe I already found him by the boxes, actually. Maybe I forgot I did that part. Go to the town of South Figaro with Celeste. After we did that, who is acting as a bandit leader named Gerard. Follow to South Figaro cave. After speaking to him, follow Gerard and his crew to a nearby cave south of town. Maybe I'll try and head there and see if that's why. Maybe, yeah, maybe I just totally forgot that we had already done that part. That would make sense. On Steam a few weeks back, they added a new version of Final Fantasy VII to my account for free since I own the older PC release. Pretty sure it's just the console port. I still like the old version with mods. Exactly right, because mods won't work with... Seventh Heaven Mod Manager doesn't work with the new version. So I'm glad to hear that you own the original first. No, you haven't found him. Otherwise, Shop would go. Ended up at the Chocobo farm. That's where you're supposed to go, John. Yeah. And you have to catch the Chocobo so you can cross the marsh next. The arrow in games didn't give you constant quest markers and tell you where to go. I miss those times. I know, right? Yeah, I believe you, Jesse, that like we probably haven't, we might not have done it yet, but like, I don't know. He's just not here. But we've been stuck on this part for ages. Switch it just barely played this part. You remember? Jesse sent me a text. I don't see it come through yet, though, Jesse. Maybe I need to give it a sec. Oh, this music is so good, though. So sad. John, I actually like something to guide you where you're going. I miss directions constantly, so I like something to point you in the right direction. I think there's a balance. I don't like the absolute hand-holding that this generation knows, and that's all it is. But I do like a little bit of direction, right? I don't like total, like, figure it out either. Nine hours a day of visual novels for 3 days with nearly no sleep. Yeah, Gerard is definitely not there. So there's got to be something else I need to do to trigger him. Thanks for the sending the picture, Jesse. Get out of my freaking way, dude. Get out of my way. Beat it. Yeah, it says he should be right here. But he ain't. Yeah, I don't remember. don't remember if we've seen him or not. Do I have to do something else with Terra to trigger this? Oh, you lost electricity? Dude, I'm glad you're okay. By clicking it? I don't think that would do anything. Yeah, there's nothing here. I mean, do we take a Chocobo back to Terra? I think we're stuck on this part forever, you guys. Again, not anything that's ever happened to me before. I've beat this game many times. Very weird. Go to the pub and speak to the thieves, then find Gerard, is what the guide says. Yeah, and I talked to all the thieves. I searched the inn, and I searched all the pub. We talked to every thief in there. And they are talking about him. Dude, get out of my way or I will punch you in the throat. Oh my gosh, this guy. And we're using the Game Boy Advance version, so it's like super laggy. Okay, dude one. The boss wants to sneak into Figaro Castle to take back our booty. They've got it all in the storeroom there. We're gonna go into the castle through a secret cave that nobody else knows about. Oh gosh, it was the one guy I hadn't talked to. All right, let's go. That's so funny. That was it. And he's walking down to the boat. There he is. What's your problem? Aren't you Edgar? Or they changed his color palette. It's so cool. Edgar? I have no idea what you're talking about. I'll take this too, kid. Look, I'm kind of busy here. I have to get ready. We're leaving for Figaro on the ferry soon. Don't play dumb with me, Edgar. You didn't lose your memory, did you? Listen, it grieves me to have to disappoint such a beautiful lady, but I've been Gerard since the day I was born. I've never met anyone else who'd flirt with a lady he was trying to shake off his tail. Being polite to ladies is common courtesy the whole world over. It's funny that Sabin didn't say anything. It's like, bro, you're literally my brother. You know the way into Figaro Castle quite well then, correct? Oh, do we ever? Then lead the way. I'll take charge once we're in. Hop aboard. There you go. Why do those guys sound Italian or Scottish? I don't know. They kind of had a New Yorker accent, maybe. Been neglecting my streaming lately. I did make an actual video, which I want to do once per month, but the time of daily streams has been lost. I just get too distracted. I get that. You found Gerard. What's up, 4 on 6? How's it going, dude? How are you lately? Switch it. Post a link to your video that you posted in the Discord in the self-promotion sub-channel. What do you usually name Red 13? I used to name him Buddy in high school because that was my dog's name. So I just named him after my dog. But Buddy doesn't really fit his character that well, admittedly. Oh, this soda is going to keep me awake, but it is helping my throat. The boss of that gang of thieves is in the inn on the 2nd floor. Thank you, sir. South Figaro. I love how the color palette of the entire world is just dead in the world of Ruin. I was gonna put his canon name, learning that that is a plot later. I just named him Red. That's true. I think I might have named him Nanaki a few times. Just wait. I'm on my way to help. You followed me here? You are Edgar, aren't you? Boss, everything's ready. Let's go. Case of mistaken identity, my dear. Give it up. I don't think so. So now we follow Edgar to the cave, yes? Hit him on the head, see if he wakes up. He knows what he's doing. Ooh, she needs healing. Nice. There's a sword healed her. Okay, I gotta remember my blitzes for Sabin. She's blocking everything. Go Blood Sword. I gotta remember his hit everything blitz. I think it's left, right, slide, bottom circle, if I remember right. There's the cave. No, that's not it. I need to go in the menu and check everything. Let's see here. Blitz. RL down up. Okay. Okay, I knew that one. Aura Cannon. Yeah. Rising Phoenix. Okay, it's just bottom circle, left to right. Okay. Oh, and Chakra, I forgot. RL, RL, up, down. RL, RL, up, down. Rest in peace, Chuck Norris, the real-life Sabin. It is the real-life Sabin from FF6, huh? Ultimate suplexes all around. Here, let's save it out here real quick. That's true. Good call, Adrian. Yeah, rest in peace. What a legend, dude. It's unbelievable that you're like, oh, man. Like, he passed away already, but he was almost 90, dude. You can believe that. Which means if Bruce Lee were still alive today, he'd be almost 90. He'd probably be passing away now naturally, too. 86, yeah. I mean, his most epic moment for me was not Walker, Texas Ranger. It was Return of the Dragon, Bruce Lee. Fighting him in the Coliseum. Hey, Jesse, look who it is from our game last night. Siegfried. Maybe Sabin is FF Chuck Norris. That's true. It's dangerous beyond here. I'll go ahead and clear out all the nasty, vile monsters. You just wait here, okay? He's such a piece of crap. This game did a good job at reusing assets. Dude, my Blitz game is so off. I gotta get it back. Oh. Did I do it right? Okay, got that one. Yeah, Siegfried, really good job there. Immediately run into enemies. Wait, what? I didn't do a blitz that time. Oh, gosh. Let's end this, Sabin. Hurry. He's still runic? Nice. Good for you, Celeste. I posted a link for it. Fair warning, my content is not child-friendly, usually, so viewer discretion is advised. Though that particular one is mostly clean, I still advise against your younger kids watching. Good call out. Thanks, Switch It. Now to start my mission to find a decent model of Cloud's bike. You might have to end up making that one, dude. Steam got crazy sales, so many great RPGs. I know, dude. Me and John were just talking about that. That might have been when your power was out. But I bought Ni no Kuni, which I'm going to stream after FF6 is done. I bought Half-Life Alyx. I bought Battlemarked, Demio Battlemarked for VR as well. Oh yeah, Bum Rush, that's true. We can learn it on, we can learn it soon. And it's unfortunately not called that in this version. They call it something else in the GBA version. I can't remember what it is. Dude, immediately, gosh, driving me insane. Why can't I do his blitz? I need to use the joystick instead of the D-pad, that's why. That had to have done it. Thank you. Holy mother. I mark all my content as not for kids, and YouTube sometimes force changes it to be marked as for kids, which angers me. My humor and language is not suitable for that audience. Yeah, YouTube's weird, man. No one will ever understand it. It does weird stuff all the time. By the way, speaking of posting things, I uploaded a video today that I scheduled to post on Tuesday. Very few of you out there will understand it, but it's a special thing that I had to do. I had to do it. That's all I'm going to say. Call it a passion project. You'll see it and be like, I understand why this is nostalgia based, but why? What is, I don't get it. Like, what is this? That's all I'm going to say. It's going to be it's a special video. So pop quiz, Colby, what is the name of that bike? Cloud's bike. I don't know off the top of my head. All right, what now? Here, boy, here's some yummy food for a good little turtle. A good little toidle. How about that, eh? Nice. Used to have me a pet toidle. I just use him to jump across the pond. Siegfried. Fenrir. He has ridden the Hardy Daytona, but also the Fenrir, 2 bikes. Fenrir, and we have that Esper with us now, I believe. Right here. There's Cloud's motorcycle. And wasn't it Final Fantasy 13, which I never played, where all the motorcycles and their vehicles were the summon names? Isn't that what it was? Dude, we really need muddle protection in this stupid cave. It's getting everybody. Advent Children version. Hardy Daytona was the escape one. In my opinion, the much cooler looking one. I believe in 13, you can just ride the bike. Battle Hopper, my favorite fictional bike from the Kamen Rider Black. I don't know what that is. I'm a little rusty on my motorcycle lore, apparently. So many battles in here. We need to go immediately and get the Moogle thing that allows us to have no encounters. That'll actually make streams go a lot quicker because we can explore everything until we're done really quick and then level grind until we're done. Just heard of it. Yeah, it sounds vaguely familiar. Kamen Rider is so cool. I'm picturing like an Ultraman-esque character. Isn't that Kamen Rider? Come on, let's hurry it up. This cave is ruthless, dude. Xenogears and Final Fantasy IX encounter rate drove me crazy back then. Yeah, Final Fantasy IXs can be a little bit obnoxious sometimes. I remember Xenogears being really bad too. More Power Rangers and Beetleborgs-esque. Yeah, yeah. I pictured like a bug-looking guy or Kamen Rider. So I must be thinking of the right thing. John, I remember thinking, is Tifa imposter or something? Where is Cloud? Then after a sec, we see Cloud riding down the stairs, dude, in that music. And it goes right into the mini game. It's so cool. Are you still with us? Just hold on a bit longer, okay? Can't breathe. Oh, that's right, this part. Is there a save? I'm scared. He's just standing there, can't breathe. Dante, look at this guy. Let's see how our Genji gloves do against him. Oh my gosh. So sad to hear Sentai got canceled, aside from Kamen Rider and Ultraman. Ultraman! A little while ago, my son was watching, Imaginator Jr. was watching Netflix, and in fact, him and my wife were watching a show that he just found randomly. And I kind of sat down, was watching it with him. I'm like, is this Ultraman? He's like, oh, you know Ultraman? I'm like, yeah, I know Ultraman, but like, is this a new Ultraman movie? He's like, I don't even know what Ultraman is. I just started watching it. I'm like, dude, this is Ultraman. It's like a brand new movie. So yeah, apparently there's a new one. It's like a computer animated something. Record of Lodos War got top tier 90s goodness animation. Dude, Lodos War is top 2 for me, probably. If not number 1. Record of Lodos War is one of the most gorgeous animations ever made. These freaking punks, dude. I need to equip a relic that prevents that. Thank you. That blood sword is amazing. Healing her constantly. All right, let's pop some cures on us. Can't remember if there's a save before this boss, but I sure hope there is. Dante. I misremembered this as Final Fantasy IV because of Sebi's stream. Does Sebi stream these recently? Golden Shield? Proper Japanese mini truck. Yeah, totally. That was like the potato selling trucks that they have driving around over there. The little Shinra truck. What was I doing? Oh, I was gonna see if Golden Shield was something. No, we both have Genji gloves. What am I thinking? We don't use shields like peasants. I want to check that top door first. But John, you're playing 7 now. Can you believe that this is the game right before it? This was 6, and then we jumped from this to 7. Like, that's wild. It was quite a big deal back in the day when that first came out. Debbie got the Square Enix fanboys mad. I know, it's so funny. Especially the FF7 remake crowd. He just loves to torture them. It's amazing. This is where the boss is. Okay, so I'm going to go back in case there's a save up there. I can't remember if there is or not. Might just be treasure. Might be nothing. That is the way we go, so I got to go this way first. Stop, says Jesse. Okay. Yeah, I'm not going on with the story yet. Don't keep going up. Jesse was all over it. Royal Crown. What's that? Crown that can only be worn by those of royal blood. I mean, Sabin's royal blood. Yeah. Let's go. Oh, gosh. John just asked the question. John just asked the question. What's the difference between remake and rebirth? Oh, okay, okay. Remake and rebirth. Remake is part 1. Final Fantasy VII Remake is a trilogy. Same story over 3 games. So what you just played in the OG from the beginning to the end of Midgar, the escape from Midgar, is Remake. Rebirth picks up where you are playing now and goes about 2/3 of the way through the game. And then whatever the third one's going to be called, which will probably come out early next year, is going to be the rest of the game. So they split the OG into 3, or in the remake into 3 separate parts. No save point. Good thing we have save state, which you better believe I'm going to do. No shame. As I said in my recent video. Yeah, John, having played the glory of the original, remake is... In comparison, remake is pretty terrible. It's pretty terrible. Seeing Tifa in 3D is amazing. Don't get me wrong. I mean, true modern graphics. That's the best part about the remake. But honestly, like, it takes a giant, massive, smelly dump on the original story. It's a disgrace. It really is. It's a disgrace. I enjoyed playing them. I beat both of them twice, actually. I beat the first one twice. And it was enjoyable. But, like, when you stack them right next to each other, trash. Even with curves and not straight angles. Yeah, exactly. They look at the 3 discs and think, hey, we can make 3 games and make more money. That's exactly right. Can't download it. Is it a paid model? Is that why? I don't think I would want that bike in my MUVR room, though. It's like Resident Evil 3 Remake, but on steroids in terms of awfulness. I didn't hate Resident Evil 3 Remake, but I think that's because of all the legacy Resident Evils. 3 is the one I played the least. I don't even think I ever beat the original 3 as a kid, because I had kind of moved on to other games by the time that one came out. I played the heck out of 1 and 2. And I think I rented 3 a few times. So when I played the remake, I didn't realize they had cut a bunch of stuff out. So I was okay with it, but... Are you saying you didn't like the plot ghosts as a meta commentary for fan pressure on the developers to keep the game story the same? Right? 4 on 6? I know it's crazy to, like, say that out loud, but yeah. Call me nuts, but, like, I didn't like walking around trying to explore and literal ghosts would come out and be like, you can't go that way because you're not supposed to. Yeah, it's kind of weird. I just didn't love that. It'll be a scale model. Cool, cool, cool. Okay. That's not what I want. We're going to go save state. Let me just make sure that worked. Okay, excellent. So, this is the problem. Got its tentacles all tangled up in the engine. Boss, what should we do? Our treasure's in the storeroom back there. I'll keep this thing busy. You guys go get the treasure. But boss, that's awfully dangerous. Just get moving. Edgar! What are you standing around for, Celeste? Give me a hand. Edgar, it is you. Yeah, it's funny he doesn't even reference his brother, who's right there. Now we got freaking auto crossbow. Now we walk in. I don't remember if they use magic, so I'm going to start off with a runic. I genuinely wish Square Enix would go out of business. Everything they've done since going public trading circa 2000 have been a spit in your face to the fans of the RPG genre, and I can never forgive it. Yeah, and I remember you commented that on the short I posted from the Delirium video. You're absolutely right, and I didn't even realize that totally was when they went public. I didn't even realize, but that's totally it, dude. Each one has a different elemental weakness. Okay, I need to pay attention to this fire one then. Okay, so bottom, that one's gonna be Blizzard then. Edgar's on it. Is that gonna kill Edgar? No, it didn't kill Edgar, so that's all right. It's just, we can't do anything while they're chilling with us, I guess. Time to heal up, folks. Heal up. Ouch. Is Edgar dead? Edgar didn't even get a chance to do his cure. Pause it so I can read the chat. I see tons of people online beg Square for Final Fantasy IX remake, but if they dare to touch that game, I will generally go insane. Look what they did to Zidane and Duelium. It's physically revolting. Yeah, it's terrible. It's awful. Look what they did to my boy. They did to my boy. That's what he's supposed to look like. Friggin' idiots. Yeah, I'm very, very scared. I'm just as scared for a Final Fantasy IX remake as I am excited for the prospect. But at least we always have our originals, and at least we always have Moguri mod, right? Moguri Moto. Which do you like more, Final Fantasy 4 or 6? Saw some really cool scenes in Final Fantasy 4 in Sebi stream. Sid dying. Oh, dude, that's so epic. Yeah. Where he blows himself up. I love 4. I really do. In fact, it was my first Final Fantasy, and it was the game that really made me a gamer. Final Fantasy 4. It really was. It was the game that made me a gamer. But I think I do like 6 a little better just because the modern convention, it feels a little more modern. The story in 4 is so good though, and the characters are amazing. Switch it. I'm going to force myself to play Duelim so I can just make a video on how disgusting the product truly is. I shall suffer greatly. Dude, I'll watch that. I don't know if I could bring myself to do it, but I'd watch you stream that. Focus on one element at a time. Just do fire. Then you'll only have the one. That's true. They turned his tail into a belt. They did indeed. Edgar's dead for sure. Oh gosh. Did we do it in time? Fire on every... Oh, she only has fire. What a wuss. And they don't use magic, so... Edgar can't catch a break over there. Weak. She is weak. So annoying, dude. They keep grabbing him. I wonder if you and Roz spar before, like a kung fu duel. We used to spar all the time. All the time, me and Roz would spar because we were both in sword training for years at the same time. So we would always put on our sparring armor, our kendo armor, and go out in the backyard and smash each other up. We haven't sparred in many, many a year, though. I wonder how that would go. Should we stream that? 4 days until the release of the game. Oh, does it come out in 4 days? Oh, no way. Ah, so close to getting my cure on, dude. Sapin's in good shape because he just keeps getting stolen. I think we're gonna die. It'd be a miracle if we get out of here alive. What do you expect me to do with this, dude? Every turn, they just grab a new player. It's over, Roz. I have the high ground. Stop quoting Star Trek references and fight. All the Star Wars fans are going to kill you for that one. Thank you. Now watch him grab me again before I can even cure. Yeah, you already did that. That might kill him, actually. Ooh. Someone would definitely put their back out. Yeah, we would. One of us would probably die from that fight. And not because the other is lethal. It's just because we're both old. I think we'd be pretty evenly matched in a sword duel. But Roz never trained hand-to-hand, which is my specialty, so just saying. Just saying. I'm gonna die, so I'm just going for it. I'm not gonna bother to heal. We're gonna try this fight again. It's nuts that this game didn't give you a save before it. That's ruthless. Star Trek fans rejoice. Final Fantasy, Star Wars, and comic fans in despair. I don't know. Star Trek fans have a lot to be concerned about as well. Oh, Star Trek fans joining Final Fantasy, Star Wars, and comic fans in despair. Yes, correct. That is correct. Every fandom is in absolute peril. If not already dead, you know. Kind of waiting for this fight to end. Tyler! Dude, we got Tyler in the chat. What's up? The true GOAT. I'm gonna just load my state here and let's just start over. What up, guys? Dude, Tyler, how's it going? How's the family? What's new? They targeted each one of our hobbies, man. I know, ever since the Great Awakening in 2020, like, dude, the world was a nuts place. The Great Awakening, I mean, ruined culture pretty much forever. And woke culture still has its tentacles. Speaking of tentacles that we're fighting here, on many a fandom, like it killed most, and for what the ones it hasn't killed, they're still entangled. They'll die eventually. Do I try a spread from all the tentacles, or do I drill them one by one? Maybe I'll focus. That's probably a bad call, but. Why does no one have Fyra? Nobody has it. Okay, change of plans. We're going for the ice one first. How about that? Because we all have Blizzara. Going great. Everyone's doing well. Nothing new. Just watching the time fly by, dude. That sounds like the dream. How about me? Yeah, pretty much the same. I am just so busy I can't even see straight most days. So exhausted and tired, but all with like pretty good things. All told. Life's good, you know? Life's good. This battle, on the other hand, not so good. I thought this was a no magic, only Terra and Celeste magic run. No way. Dude, we are rocking that thing. How is it not dead? We're doing 1,700 a pop. Use Fire Dance, have Celeste be the healer, have Edgar use auto crossbow. Yeah, that was my strat before, but it did not work. Love RetroArch shaders. The trouble is they keep ensnaring everybody. So I can't heal or do anything. Okay, that one died, so that's good. You know what? Let's do this. Modwin. Let's see what Modwin does, just for fun. Now I can do Fire Dance because the Blizzard one's dead. Let's go! Terra's dad pops in for some of the action. Wussy. Not worth it at all. This foe has tons of health, yeah. The worst part about it is all their grabbing crap that they keep doing. I can't even get a chance to do anything. Stupid. Nice block, Edgar. Finally get a chance to freaking cure. Of course, Edgar's probably not equipped with, like, anything, you know? Oh, if you physically attack a tentacle holding somebody, it should drop them. That's good to know. I would do auto crossbow, but drill is so tough. I just want to take out one at a time if I can. Let's try it. Let's do attack on this tentacle. Wrong tentacle, my girl, but that's okay. Unbelievable. Drill. Yeah, I tried regular attack. I just missed. The pointer was confusing and hit the wrong tentacle. Isn't Edgar the guy who comes up with inventions as weapons? Yeah, kind of. He's like he uses power tools basically as his weapon. You know what my favorite thing is cheap boss fights. That's like my favorite thing in games. They're so fun. Well, there goes Edgar. I guess I'll try and bring people back to life this time, though. If anything, it'll turn the tentacles' attention toward him because they always hit the guy that's, like, weakest, right? There you go. And they're going to grab him again. Awesome, awesome. Okay, look. It doesn't let me target that one. Okay, it doesn't matter. He died anyway. Edgar is Batman. Yeah, kind of, huh? Super rich, handsome, and uses power tools. Incorrect blitz input? Are you freaking kidding me? Okay, die, please. How is it still alive? Oh my gosh, dude. I should be healing, but like I'm demotivated to do so. Finally, holy mother. Oh, he's dead sauce. Big time. Since I've been working on this game for my company, right? I notice so often now when games reuse assets, because it's a big money and labor saver. Like it's a big, that's a big goal for game devs, is to reuse assets. So like Sabin's Rising Phoenix, where it's just the Sabin sprite, but red. Like that's a smart thing to do. Now that's a comparison. This makes me want to play Final Fantasy II and make all my guys punch each other until they become invincible. Yeah, that's true. Because they get better at whatever they do, right? That's true. The punching hack. She's out of magic. I should just have her beat the crap out of these guys with regular attacks, because it's pretty tough. Can you use katana or do kendo? Can I? Yeah, I'm trained in those. That was the first martial art I trained in for years and years. Was kendo and Iaido really was the art I trained in. But we used kendo and kenjutsu to train as an adjunct, I guess you could say, to train for it, to help our training with it. So yeah, I can use a katana. That's, as much as I love like medieval fantasy, like broadswords and stuff, I'm really not trained in those, but I am trained in Japanese sword. I've shown my nice katana on stream a couple times. Okay, it did release Sabin that time. Sabin's dead. Woo, 20 HP. Woo. Nice block. That was a failed blitz if I've ever seen one. No, I got it. Unbelievable. How are these things still alive, dude? I swear we've done like 10,000 damage each. I just gave up trying to resurrect Edgar. They poison you, they occupy your turn, so you can't take turns. Sabin's dead for sure. Let's at least get Edgar alive, so they have to spread the love here. Gosh, dude. He's dead. I mean, I'll just try and do what I can here. It's so cheap. It's so cheap. Thank you for letting me have a turn. That's amazing. I wish I had an item that was a Phoenix down, but like a full resurrect. I don't think there's such thing as that, though. Kendo looks tough. Kendo's tough, but it's really, really fun. It's not as tough as you'd think. It's really hard on, like any sport. It has your specific body parts that it's really tough on. Your ankles and your wrists are what Kendo's all about. Okay, we got Edgar back to full. So freaking stupid, dude. Finally, holy piss. Jeez Louise, that freaking... Give me a weight for this bike, model bike. I don't even know what that means. I don't know what the weight attributes equate to in MUVR. Acting like you didn't know me? I'd heard Vigaro had run into some kind of trouble. I wanted to help, but how was I supposed to get here with the castle stuck beneath the sand? Then I caught wind of the rumor that these guys had escaped from the dungeon. So you used them. Bingo. And obviously I couldn't let them find out I was the king of Vigaro. But they just escaped with from your own jail. You could have told us. Uh-oh, we'd better hide. Boss? Boss! That monster must have gotten him. Poor boss, didn't even last as long as the last boss. Oh well, let's go. They're not too emotionally affected. You don't care if they take the treasure? I couldn't care less about treasure. What we need to worry about is Kefka. Those guys haven't done anything wrong, not really. So you'll come along? Let's go shake things up again. Let's heal, actually, is what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna do. Make sure Edgar's equipped. Get him an Esper. Antidote. That's what I'm doing. I'm surprised I've lasted this long, guys. Like, I feel okay right now, but jeez. I hope I don't wake up, like, as sick as a dog tomorrow. Edgar's kind of learned most of the best spells I have right now, to be honest. Iron Drain. I guess he could do that. Where are the other two at? Let me check that. Oh, one more battle and Celeste will learn the spells she's supposed to know. Petopolis, he's still got a minute. Edgar needs some relics. White cape, silver spectacles prevents darkness. Darkness. No parents. Prevents poison. That would have been useful. Hyper wrist. I don't know what the weight attribute means either, so I just need to set something. I don't know, dude. You'd know better than me. Also saw archery in anime schools. Yeah, KUPO is what archery is called. KUPO is very popular still in Japan, and I watched a couple tournaments when I lived there. It's pretty cool, actually. They're pretty cool. I'm terrible at archery. I've tried it once or twice, and I'm terrible at it. You made a Rickroll portrait for MeVR. How come Legolas made archery look easy? This is true. Switch it. I remember back when I was super young, I couldn't afford a bow, so I made my own. Making a bow and some arrows from scratch is awesome. Adds to the charm, dude. That's cool. You had a good childhood. Haha, they didn't get the soul saber, did they? I don't know what that is, but... Oh, soul saber. Drains MP and may cast death upon striking an enemy. Heck yeah, let's do that. Send you a screenshot, it's quite funny. Pullingen is the next town, finding Setzer and heading for Daryl's tomb. Yes. Cool. We might end stream a little early. I really need to get some rest, but let's get to a save and do some other things first, for sure. I want to see Celeste's new sword in action here. Good option for her. No sleep till Figaro. No sleep till Figaro. All right, she's got those right after the battle that I really needed them is over. That's awesome. Better late than never, I guess. I had to find some decent wood. I cut it down with a knife, treated it with I forget what to make it a bit sturdier, and then use it. Wow, you were legit. You like treated the wood and everything. One Whopper or Archburger and you'll feel better. One of these late night Wendy's runs, we should do the McDonald's and try the Archburger. We were talking about that last time, but I've never tried it. Arrows were just sticks. Whopper with cheese. Regular Whopper sucks. Dude, I love all burgers equally. I don't think there's ever such thing as a bad burger to me. Do not eat the big arch. It's evil. You were telling me that. I'll try it. You guys can see me vomit right on stream. That would be pretty cool. Never again. And it's like $8, isn't it? I went to McDonald's the other night and saw it on the menu, and it was expensive. Yay, we're out of the Figaro control room. Oh, the engine's working again. Next stop, the surface. I heard local cafe like in Chicago makes better burgers, pizzas, and fried chicken. Oh, it sounds so good. I believe a burger needs cheese. Totally agreed. I didn't realize the regular Whopper doesn't have cheese. My question is, does the shop have more power tools for Edgar on sale? Debilitator assigns an enemy a random elemental weakness. Use the tools command to use it. Heck yeah, dude. Let's get it. Always order the Whopper with cheese. I can't remember the last time I went to BK. I'm not a huge fan of BK. It's not that I don't like it. I just never go there. Definitely need more eye drops. Ether. Eye potion. Okay, I feel good about that. Next time you go, get a Whopper with cheese. That's nourishment right there. Does sound good. And I do like that Burger King has onion rings. They're not the best, but I'm kind of an onion ring guy. I love me some fries, sure, but onion rings are where it's at, dude. Most days I would take onion rings over fries. Fries and onion rings. Yeah, that's the correct answer, actually. And curly fries. Oh, like Arby's curly fries. The only good thing from Arby's. Dang it, I thought the beds were this way. They're the other way. Potato wedges. I haven't had those in a long time. Back in my college days, I worked at Harmon's at the deli, and we had some pretty good potato wedges there. I think that's probably the last time I ate them. That was something like 15 years ago, maybe? Almost 20 years ago? Nope, the bike model sucks. Darn. Oh, I'm losing energy quick, you guys. I'm sorry. I'm dying here. Let's give it a save. Oh, that's a straight rip. That's cool. Okay, I'm going to take a step away digitally from the screen for a minute. Yeah, I know we're a little early. In medieval anime or media, they serve some soup and bread. Always wanted to try that. It does sound good. Where do you think I got VB from? He's a straight up rip. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yep, I can tell. Let me refresh my chat here. 10 people in here hanging out. While we do this, just a reminder again. You guys need to keep your eyes on the channel next week, big time, because we're doing a super, super exciting stream of Second Stone. New first game, actually, from the up-and-coming studio Skyward Entertainment. The game looks amazing. It's nostalgia-based, it's RPG, it's platforming, and it's just gorgeous. It looks like Kena Bridge of Spirits. And it's made from an indie studio with 5 main crew members, so pretty amazing. I definitely have to respect it, being on an indie team myself with like 400 members. Maybe not quite that many, but we have a lot more than 5. So I know the amount of work that they're doing, and it's insane. So I'm very excited to play an early build that they were so gracious enough to let me have for free to show you guys. And if we can get enough hype around it on the channel, hopefully we can get the dude that I talked to, one of the leads from the studio, to Nostalgia Nation to have a little developer interview with us. That'd be super fun. So definitely tune in. I'm hoping to stream Monday. I think I will. If not that, though, definitely Wednesday and Friday. So keep an eye on the channel. Make sure the bell's turned on so you get alerted when I go live. Have you tried Expedition 33? Because I remember Roz loving it. Yeah, dude, like that's a whole conversation. Expedition 33, I'm pretty sure would be one of my favorite games ever if I played it. At least I would very much enjoy it. But I have not played it, and I don't think I will. I have a very weird thing for excessive language in video games. I think it ruins it. I think it just totally, it's like baking poop into your cookies instead of chocolate chips. It just spoils the whole experience for me. And I heard that that game is like F-bomb nation. Like every 3 words is the F-bomb. So I was like, sorry, I got better things to do, my friend. I'm not going to play it. Do we like Final Fantasy VII G-Bike? I do. Oh, the mobile game? I thought the G-Bike was the one in the gold saucer. You haven't gotten to that part yet. If it's a mobile game, no. I'm pretty sure I don't like it. Jason's here. What's up? What's up? Okay, so we got about a half hour left on stream. I wanted to get caught up on chat. I could go for a little while more, but I'm losing energy quick, you guys. I can definitely feel the sickness coming on, and I do have a couple other things to do tonight. Before I go to bed, Netflix's Devil May Cry will give you stroke from cringe from all the swear. Yeah, same with Castlevania. That's why I didn't watch that either. It's just how the world is right now, and like it's totally fine. Like, it's very rare to find somebody that cares about language. But language, I don't know, maybe it's the author side of me coming out, maybe it's the Christian side of me coming out, but I'm really sensitive to it. And I'm kind of proud that I am. You know, it sounds like a weak thing to say, like, oh, I'm so scared of language. No, I grew up with Raziel. I'm used to sailor language. Like, I'm used to it. It's not that. It's just a principle thing for me. It just drives me nuts. And I just choose to avoid it wherever I can. And it's just a weird hill that I've decided to die on. But you know, we're not in a world with any shortage of games. So I don't feel like, even though I'm missing some good experiences, I don't feel like I'm running out of stuff to do. You know what I mean? And the Castlevania anime was so good until it got so weird. Oh man, leave it to Netflix, right, to do that, Tyler. I use profanity too much. I dislike ultra excessive language, but I do use profanity too much. I'm working on using it less. Respect, switch it. And by the way, I don't judge anybody. If that's you, like, power to you. Like, that's totally like fine. I don't judge you for that. But for me personally, and I will say too, I used to speak like a sailor, believe it or not. And I worked really hard to break that habit, just like Switch is saying. So I've been there, done that, and I've gotten out of it. So that's a bad habit I don't want to pick back up again. That's the other reason I avoid it when I can. Island Hammock, what's up? Doing the little wave, dude, my friend. What's going on? My old boxing coach loves to. There was a scene where Alucard was seduced by twins. I was disturbed, didn't watch anymore. Really? Dude, Alucard's the same guy that destroyed the succubus in Symphony of the Night. He was like, no way, you're dead. That kind of ruins his character a little, doesn't it? Depends on the company. Yeah, for sure. I really want to recommend Cyberpunk and Edge Runners by Netflix. I think it's my favorite video game adaptation. Wow. I do not use curse words, so it's an incredible effect when I do. That's a good point, Island. Like, I don't do it, so when I do, it has all the impact. That's actually a good point. That's a good point. You know what? We can play a little bit longer. We got a half hour left. Our friend Hammock just jumped in. We can't just abandon you guys now. We can do some more. We'll keep going a little bit more. Final Fantasy VI needs all the progress it can get anyway. I think where fantasy should be used only in times of great emotion to add weight to the words. If it does get used, especially in media, excessive use kills all meaning behind it. I want to get better. That's exactly it. Like if I'm watching a movie, right, it's pretty hard to find a movie that doesn't use it at least once. So it's fine. I can ignore one or two, but if it's every other word, like it's going to ruin the experience for me. That's just me though. The scene of Alucard crying on his solitude got me back then. So sad to see how the show turned into something weird. That's a bummer. Turns out that the model I was using before that sucked in the exact model I found. It's the exact model. That's funny. Did they give me direction on where to go here? I'm going to step back from the telly a little bit. There we go. Hold on. Forgot to revive my chat here on my other screen. I'm still here tonight, so your resource is available. Nice, Jesse. Okay. Might go play Breath of the Wild VR soon. Oh, man. All your series are ending. Switch it. That sucks. Watch me play Breath of the Wild while I'm working. Dude, I can barely work when I'm working, let alone watch something. Have you gotten it working better, John? Or is it about the same? Still kind of janky? Dude, I can barely listen to music and focus on work at the same time. I usually have to be in dead silence or I can't get anything done. I'd pop in for a second on like a break so I could see what it looks like. Oh, I bet we have to just make Figaro dive again to go to the other continent. And then we're in Narshi. Watching an anime come to an end after reading the manga as it came out is so odd. Comparing my life from then to now is something... Yeah. Those are the kind of things where it's like, I was a different person when I started doing this. True. That's true, John. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Same feeling about Naruto. Doesn't Naruto have like 8 million episodes as well? I can't get into shows, anime or otherwise, if they're too long. Like Record of Lodoss War is like 13 episodes. Slayers is like 3 seasons. Skip the fillers even. Okay. Collingen, here we come. Cyberpunk only has 12. Yeah, see, I like the miniseries. Here we go. That is Narshi. I was on the Narshi continent. Am I an idiot? Should I have gone to Narshi first? Enjoy your visit. Oh boy. Yay. Every manga made by Atsushi Okubo has had a massive impact on my life, so seeing the most recent one have its anime getting an end is so interesting. End of an era, right? It's always weird. Bogey. Nice counter, Sabin. He's going to turn around and hit this one. Freaking lightsaber sword. It's so awesome. Atma weapon. Made 4 manga series, and 3 of them had anime adaptations. That's weird his first one didn't, huh? I think you'll definitely gonna like Final Fantasy 16. Yeah, that's right, Adrian. I downloaded the demo, and I think I beat the demo. Maybe I didn't even get through it, and I was like, wow. I am uninstalling this immediately. There's Daryl's too. Language aside, I just thought 16 sucked. Just at its core. I was like, this is the most not Final Fantasy game I've ever played. I just didn't like it. I didn't like anything about it. Kind of a hot take, but I think Yoshi P. Oh, it did death. Nice. Any game he's involved with, whether it's 14, you know, tactics, that aesthetic, the Evilise aesthetic, is really just ugly. Like all the characters in Final Fantasy 16, when I picture FF16 in my head, I just picture the color gray. Just generic looking people in just gray, brown armor, generic voices, other than, of course, Ben Starr. He's amazing. And it's just forgettable all around. There's no life and color to any of those worlds that he makes. Like even though I like Final Fantasy 12, that's an Evilise game as well. And it just seems colorless and bland in its design, I guess. Like the design, the art direction is just bereft of creativity, I guess. That's kind of my thoughts on that. But 16, just it looked boring. It felt boring. The characters were kind of uninteresting. The language got on my nerves. It felt like it was trying way too hard. The combat sucked and wasn't Final Fantasy. I didn't like anything about 16. The music was completely forgettable. Eek. His first wasn't popular and it was pretty short. Okay. FF10 2 guy was also in Rebirth? What? I never played 10-2. Yeah, that's true. Refer to me in Roz's discussion. That's true. We'll talk about it all. Narshe is crawling with monsters. I have nowhere to go now. I lost my home. Need to unequip some party members. Those not currently in my party. Cool. Yeah. That's useful. There's a real tough fellow fighting in the Colosseum. That's right. Seems he's trying to get a weapon called the Ichigeki. Ichigeki. What, am I saying it wrong? That's funny. It's the Japanese sword. Sebi showed it. Explains why Rebirth got dance scenes. Really? Oh, I didn't know that was why. I didn't know 10-2 was related to Rebirth. You have all of his manga imported from Japan. That's super cool. FF13 is the latest FF game that I've played. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't count me playing 15 or 6. I played about 5, maybe a little over 5 hours of 15. Couldn't stand that game either. Which is sad because I could tell it kind of had a fun story beneath it somewhere. Like, I understood what they were trying to do with the story, and I respect it. Like, it's kind of a good story. Terrible development cycle that it went through. Enhancer, Jesse, check it out. It's Enhancer. Sword in my board game. Let's armor up. Diamond shield for Edgar. Priest's Mitre. Diamond Vest. Oh, let's see. Let's get Diamond Armor for Edgar and Celeste. I can only afford one. I am poor. Ooh, I'm down to 100 GP. Or Gil properly in this game. Enhancer and Morningstar. We'll try that. We'll save the Atma weapon in the previous setup for Terra when I get her. As we discussed, 5 through 9 are the best games, with my personal favorite being 6. Agreed. I would add 4 though. 4 through 9 are the best. I would even say 4 through 9 are the only truly good ones. 12 is a little bit of an exception. It's okay. I don't mind 12. I beat it a few times. 1, 2, and 3 are classics that I highly respect for what they are, but they're not fun to play. I know we have some 2 lovers in here, and I respect that too, but like it just didn't do it for me. And I know we have some 10 lovers in here. Y'all know how I feel about 10. Not my favorite. I respect 10, but it's not my favorite. You can always be a scrub like me and use cheats. I think modern Final Fantasy could be fine if they were a separate IP entirely, because they aren't Final Fantasy, and if they had something unique, the potential could maybe make a cool new thing. Exactly. I've always said, keep doing your modern crappy ones and spending $1 billion on them, but have your other teams do smaller budget, faster turnaround times for development and make classic ones. Just like Zelda makes the big next 3D Zelda. And then about every 2 years, we get a new 2D Zelda, top down. Right? Just do that. Genji Glove Terra with full magic and that. If only I'd gained some levels, I'd have been demolishing everyone. Oh yeah, now Switch It brings up the Zelda as well, yeah. Yeah. Wasn't a fan of Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. They're cool. Beat them both. But they were definitely a one-and-done situation for me, for sure. Sebi's 12 stream was crazy. I'll have to check that out. I didn't see that one. I saw that he was doing it, but I didn't see it. Now, the Colosseum is up north, right? I head up there? Okay. These enemies have high defense. This summer, I am going to play through Final Fantasy VII with my kids for their first times. They're so excited. They played through 9 with me. They played through 8 with me. They've never played 7, and they know that they're missing out. So they're like, let's play 7. This might be the last summer that I can really do that with them before they all get too old and they have their own lives. They already kind of have their own lives. But in the summer, I was saying we need to do FF7, which we will. And we need to practice music every day together. My son's a drummer. I play guitar. My daughter plays keyboard. And all of us can kind of sing. So I said we got to practice music every day. We're going to move all of our stuff to the garage so we can do a good practice sesh every day in the summer. And do FF7. But I did tell them if we have time, maybe we can do 10 as well. And I'll give it another chance. My wife scored a GameCube with Wind Waker. Nice. Ooh, the Resident Evil 1 remake is good. I have that right here on my shelf. Right here. It's good. It's really good. Probably one of the best remakes ever, now that I think about it. I like that back in the time Nintendo was able to realize that if they had no interest in making something, they can get a team that does care to do it. Flagship made some wonderful Zelda games. Exactly, dude. Square, just outsource, please, to somebody that actually gives a crap about your IP, unlike you. The Oracle games, Minish Cap. Okay, here's where we get Edgar, or not Edgar, Setzer. You're pushing the wrong button, dude. I've been trying to learn Matchbox 20's 3 a.m. on my guitar the last few days. I think I'm getting the hang of it. This is the Dragon's Neck Coliseum. Champions from all over the world come here to fight for prizes and glory. I love how Ultros is here working.
Me, the great and noble Ultros, reduced to working as a receptionist in the stinking Coliseum. Oh yeah, you'd better not bet any cheap crap, or Mr. Typhoon will have to come teach you a lesson.
I don't remember the gimmick here. I know you have to bet something to get Setzer to come out. Finally, the whole world is at war. I fulfilled my lifelong ambition of building a Coliseum. I'm so happy, and I owe it all to Kefka. That's one way to look at it.
I'm making a killing here.
Such good music. I thought about making the Coliseum a special area, Jesse, in the board game, but it didn't end up fitting in. I'm an Imperial soldier, probably the last one alive. I passed along a street to that friend of yours with the bandana. Talked to the Emperor twice. What? They passed along a secret to that friend of yours with the bandana. Talked to the Emperor twice. What does that mean? It's a hint to finding the place where Emperor Gestal hid some legendary treasure. No idea what it means. I don't remember that at all. RE1 remake is timeless, says Tyler. Yeah. I think Dragon Quest VII for 3DS and RE1 remake are the best remake games for me. Adrian, did you try Dragon Quest VII Reimagined? Siegfried again, our boy. It seems that an impostor has been masquerading as me recently. Don't be tricked. I didn't like Echoes of Wisdom. Yeah, it didn't appeal to me. I never tried it, but just from the trailer, I'm like, it's not for me. I do like Link's Awakening remake, me too. Hated the art style. It took me a minute to get used to it for sure. Yeah, the pixel art is better. I agree. Oh, Colosseum is Shadow. Jador painting. Got it. Found myself growing out of Zelda. I don't think I could ever grow out of Zelda. I heard DQ7 Reimagined got some cut content, but will it get on sale? It will eventually, but if it interests you, Adrian, the demo we streamed on the channel, it's like 7 hours. The demo is massive. Massive. So you could definitely get a feel for how it is if you like it. And the demo's on every platform, PlayStation, Nintendo, Steam, everywhere. Yeah, got 2 remakes before FF9s could come out. Oh, you need the striker weapon to have him come out? I don't have that, do I? Striker. Doesn't look like it. I think Square Enix should just put everything into their HD 2D division. They even acknowledged that it was performing better than other stuff, like Dragon Quest 1, 2, 3 remakes and Octopath. I have another hot take. I actually thought the HD 2D style with Octopaths was dog ugly. I hated Octopath Traveler. It looks like just Vaseline is all over the screen. It looks gross and muddy and blurry and nasty. I hated that style. However, the more they've done them, like the Dragon Quest ones, HD 2Ds looked a lot better. So I'm warming up to the style, but in general, I really didn't like HD 2D. Like, I really didn't like it. Got the demo downloaded, then Ultra Kill dropped a sick update, and I can't remember what happened next. And that's my fear. Everybody's like, do Chrono Trigger remake in Octopath's engine. And I'm like, please, no. That would be so terrible. It would look so ugly. Like I said before, when we were doing 7 Reimagined on stream, that's how you remake Chrono Trigger. Do it in 7 Reimagined engine. That's how you remake Chrono Trigger for sure. Say an opinion that's not controversial. I don't have any. I don't think I have any of those. It does need to be refined still, but they have gotten better. Yeah, I've definitely seen it improve. I want them to work on making it clean, but all comes in time. And I just love how big the sprites are for Chrono Trigger. And a lot of why I hated Octopath is the design philosophy at the core, regardless of the graphics engine. I just didn't think they were good games in general. Thought the story was too shallow. The towns offered no exploration. I don't know. It just didn't do it for me. Which game scared you the most? You know, I don't get scared that easily in games or in general. I would say Silent Hill 2. Probably Silent Hill 2 is the scariest game I've ever played. But not so much from like jump scares perspective. It's more just so disturbing, you know? Silent Hill 2 is psychologically very scary, very disturbing. Which is better, Chrono Trigger for SNES or PS1? Oh, SNES, hands down, for one sole reason. And I'm not exaggerating when I say the PlayStation 1 version of Chrono Trigger has absolutely out of control load times. Like, I'm not kidding. Like, you get into a random battle, it probably takes like, well, battles were okay, but if you go in the menu, it takes like 5 to 10 seconds to load the menu. I'm not even joking. Striker weapon is in the cave in the belt. Do not sell it. Okay. I think if they put more resources in HD 2D and really make it solid, it could be the future, but nothing will beat the PS1 SNES era of pixel art. Agreed. You have one non-controversial opinion. Ocarina of Time, good. I think that's being a little harsh. I think a lot of people are on the same page as me with a lot of this stuff. Breath of the Wild being cool, but not really the best Zelda ever. Just kind of a cool thought experiment. I feel like a lot of people feel that way. FF7 Remake being awful. A lot of people feel that way. Final Fantasies After 10 being pretty awful in general. A lot of people feel that way. Now for a really bad opinion of Colby's, he thinks Majora's Mask sucks. That's not an opinion, that's a fact. Majora is awful. It's okay to be wrong sometimes though, John. No worries, dude. I still love you. My scariest experience is when I was saving a game on my Game Boy and the battery ran out. Oh, that kind of a scary experience. I see what you're saying. I think one of the scariest experiences I had then in that regard was on PS1. If you guys remember, you open the disc tray, right? And then you turn it on and it brings you into the menu for memory card management, right? And you have the little tiles, your little memory card blocks. And my buddy was like, dude, I just found out a new feature on the PlayStation. I'm like, oh, yeah? He's like, you push all the buttons at once. If you delete your save file and you push all 4 top buttons and start and select at the same time, it'll bring it back. It'll like undo it. I'm like, really? That's cool. And for some reason, I wasn't thinking, and I clicked on my FF7 save file that was at the very end. And it disappeared, and I clicked it. And it didn't work, and I clicked it, and it didn't work. And he's like, oh, you have to hold them down. You have to hold the buttons down. I'm like, I'm going to kill you. So that was the end of that file. Duncan's house is north of Narsh, but you need the airship to get there. Go find I thought this was Caholgan that I was at. Yeah, this is it right here. I already searched this town. Maybe I didn't search it enough. You know me. I'm only half paying attention right now. Breath of the Wild was a non-Zelda game. It was like, what if we make a non-Zelda game and and had Monolith work on it, so it could have been. Yeah, I can see that. I always save a game a minimum of 3 to 4 times before quitting. I lost a file once as a child, never again. Yeah, the PTSD, I do that too. File save, file save, file save, and then you turn it off. In the pub, okay. I'm gonna save it here though, and we'll end here before we go to the pub. Yeah, John, I hear what you mean, and Miyamoto himself said, you know, it was basically the spiritual successor to Zelda 1. That feeling of going out on the world map and seeing everything. But nevertheless, whether he likes it or not, as the creator of Zelda, and Aonuma too, whether they like it or not, Zelda evolved over the last 30 years before Breath of the Wild came out. And so the identity of Zelda became dungeons, story, time travel, right? Like big dungeons, like musical instruments. Like it had an identity, and Breath of the Wild pulled all of it out. And again, I like Breath of the Wild. I don't think they should not have made Breath of the Wild, but Breath of the Wild was like, okay, that was awesome, but let's go back now. And then the Tears of the Kingdom came out, and I was like, okay, this is getting old very quickly. Let's go back now. Who knows if they will? I think they publicly said that they don't plan to go back to the old formula, but I hope they do. Maybe over the next few years, we'll get the reveal of the next main 3D Zelda. Let's save it 800 times. Step away from the telly. Probably gonna call it here, you guys, for the stream. I need to get a couple things done real quick. And then get to bed. I am destroyed. I'm hoping I don't wake up totally sick. But I am so glad that you guys stopped in tonight to hang out with me. Let me get caught up on chat before we say goodbye. Corrupted, the most painful message a child should ever see. File corrupted. I think Zelda 2 is even better than Zelda 1. Not counting CDI, I think 1 was my least favorite in the series. Yeah, I think I beat Zelda 1 once as an adult, and I was like, that was worth playing once because it's the original, but like, it's nothing great by today's standards, obviously. Never played Zelda 2, though. Skyward Sword is my favorite because it was super strict in the expected Zelda formula, and I loved it. Switch it. It should come to no surprise that I agree. Zelda Skyward Sword is, I think, if it's not my favorite, it's my second favorite after Ocarina, but Skyward Sword, I don't care what anybody says, is incredible. Motion controls and all. I loved every bit of it, and it hands down has the best story of any Zelda game, like hands down. Actual character development, something Zelda's never done before. That was a great game. Thanks for the stream night, y'all, says Tyler. Dude, thank you so much for tuning in. Well, by the way, let's take a moment to respect the esteemed Mr. Tyler and Adrian's and Jesse's beautiful green names, which means they are members of the channel. Thank you so much, you guys, for being amazing supporters, keeping the lights on for me. I really appreciate you guys. Let's see. I want to get caught up on chat real quick. Zelda 2 took everything Zelda 1 did, changed it, sucked, and then went back to Zelda 1 style with Link to the Past. And now we watch me play Breath of the Wild in VR. Peace, dude, in chat. Dude, peace. Have a good night, Adrian. Macarena of Time is my favorite Zelda game. Hey, Macarena. That's hilarious. I've never thought that. That's right. John's a member. That's right, dude. Thank you so much. And he's the mod. So let's all give a pat on the back to John as well. He's a moderator. That's why he's blue. Unofficial, official moderator. Appreciate every one of you though. Member or not, you guys are the best. Hopefully I'll see you next week. Next week's streams, I really want to see how many people we can get in here. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your other Discord communities and YouTube communities. I want to showcase Second Stone as much as possible, and I'm so stoked to play it. So I'll catch you guys Monday. Talk to you offline in the Discord. Monday we will be starting Second Stone, and however many streams it takes us to beat, that's what we'll do. Imagine it's going to be 2 to 3, so we should be done with it before the end of next week, and then we'll just beat the heck out of Final Fantasy VI and call it done. And then it's on to the future. keep your eyes peeled if you're a non-member for my new video that I just put out a few days ago, dropping tomorrow morning. It's just a little simple one, but it's kind of fun. And that's I think that's it for now. Babel didn't pop in the chat, so we'll keep an eye out for him. Bye everybody. Switch it. Have a great night. Then speedrun 6. Yep. Then Ni no Kuni. Absolutely. All right, guys. Talk to you later. Have an awesome night. Appreciate every last one of you. Thanks so much. See ya.